Hi, everybody. Great to have you here today. My name is Megan Mitchell. I'm the Business Director at Digital Catalyst Fund, and I'm here to talk to you about a new Startup Accelerator program that we're putting together for this summer. Very excited about this, and hoping that we can get a few of you to participate and be involved. Let's get going. Okay, so here's just some of the topics we're going to cover. I'm going to tell you first a little bit more about Digital Catalyst Fund. And it's what I think is an interesting new investment model that I haven't seen before. And a little bit more about the team behind Digital Catalyst Fund that make the magic happen. And then, of course, really dive into the summer boot camp and why, tell you a little bit more why I believe that the Digital Catalyst Fund Summer Boot Camp can help you deliver on the vision for your company. And then, let's talk a little bit about Romania and why you might want to spend a summer there and how to apply. Okay, so Digital Catalyst Fund, and like I mentioned, I think this is a new and interesting investment model. It gives, we do a few things. For companies that are a little bit more established, we are able to give seed and early stage funding. Apologies for that. Okay, let's see if we can get this fixed here. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. So, right back down here. Okay, so seed and early stage funding. But what's interesting is we also do, we have a team of world-class developers that are based in Romania. So what the fund is able to do is provide not only cash for these early stage companies, but access to this development team in Romania. So it's a sliding scale depending on what the company needs. They can have, there's some cash funding, but then also access to the tech team to build out your product. There's also a great board. You can see the full board on our website, but I'll talk a little bit more about the fundamental team as well in this presentation. We've got great backgrounds in marketing and strategy. We've got some entrepreneurs and some really great people, and some people with some amazing connections in the media and advertising space as well. And mentorship and counsel, all of this comes from the extensive network of the people that are involved in the fund. So one thing I should mention here, as you can probably see, the media and advertising bent on people that are involved. Digital Catalyst Fund is interested in companies in the digital marketing new media space, but I'm going to tell you that that's very broadly defined. We obviously are excited about technologies that are going to, revolutionize digital marketing and new media, but then also, there are a lot of early stage companies out there that are doing some amazing things and gathering some great intelligence that is helping companies, brands, and advertisers really revolutionize how they're thinking about digital marketing and new media. So think about that pretty broadly. If you have a company that's doing some really great things in the social space or in the analytics and data acquisition space, like that's very interesting to us as well. So the team. This is the core team. There's some other folks that you'll see that are on our board. Christian Bershi, there in the middle. He's the Romanian entrepreneur who's behind the driving force or the originator of the fund. He is a Romanian entrepreneur. He built the media industry in Romania post-communism, first television station, first radio station. He sold those to BBDO, which is a digital ad agency based in New York. It's part of the Omnicom group. And that's the connection there to Simon Bond on the right. But Christian is passionate about new technologies, and he's seen how technology has really transformed the advertising and new media space and wanted to be a part of that. But he's also very proud of what Romania has to offer, and that's why he thought creatively about if he put together a fund, what did they have to offer? What did the fund have to offer that others didn't? So there's this deep understanding of the space, but also the talent. The talent in Romania is amazing for technical development. Michael Cook on the left, he's the CEO of Digital Catalyst Worldwide, also incredibly involved in the fund. His background, he's an American, but he has built, since he graduated from college, a number of companies that are actually based in Eastern Europe, and they're technical development teams. So he's an expert in this space. He's done it in the Ukraine, he's done it in Bulgaria, and is absolutely thrilled to be building a team in Romania, and he would be the first to tell you the level of talent is just unbelievable, better than anything he's had before. And also, he just loves Romania and Bucharest. Simon, as I mentioned, he's the Chief Marketing Officer of BBDO and Proximity Worldwide. So this is the man that makes it happen for so many big brands, and incredibly highly regarded in the space, as well as won all sorts of awards. And then me, Megan Mitchell, that's me down there. I'm full-time working with the fund. I came on board about 2 months ago. These guys, the other folks on the team have, a lot of different things they're working on, although they're very excited about the fund and deeply involved in it. My background, I've been working with early stage entrepreneurs at the University of Pennsylvania at the Wharton School for almost 9 years. And so I was really excited because I saw so many young entrepreneurs struggle to get their first prototype to market. And this, they'd have a great idea, a great team, and they just couldn't make it happen because they'd have fits and starts with getting the right tech team on board or getting the right tech people in place to build out the next iteration of their product. So I came on board to be the driving force behind the summer boot camp. So the boot camp, 10 weeks, we're looking at up to 10 companies, depending on, how many people, each team has. We're mid-June start. We're right now looking at June 17th. And what we would give to companies up to $20,000 in cash and cash equivalent. I'll go into that a little bit more. $30,000 in technical development resources. Housing. We actually have a house in Bucharest. We want you to come, and we want you and at least you or part of your team, possibly your whole team, to come live in our mansion in Bucharest. There's some pictures there and a nice shot of Bucharest as well. Live-in chef, and just a place that you can be working hand in hand with the talent that we have to offer you. And there'll be a mentoring and educational program put in place. And as with most accelerators, we do take an equity stake. That's 12.5%, which some people may think that that's higher than some of the other accelerators out there. And at first glance, it is. But I would argue that none of them are capable of giving you these technical resources that we are, which I think are just second to none. So just a little bit more of a breakdown on that cash and cash equivalent. Each company that is accepted will get $3,500 for the company itself. And then we'll take up to 3 team members per team. So each team member would get $1,500 in cash. We consider the room and board that we're covering for you. We value that at about $2,500, and then we'll get you to and from at $1,500. So if you have a team of 3, and you add all that up, that gets you the $20,000. So it just depends on the size of your team. This is what I love to talk about, are the technical development resources. Everyone gets $30,000 in technical services. If you're a U.S.-based company, that translates into about just over 550 hours of development time with some fantastic folks. And when you come in, we'll sit down and we'll do a comprehensive assessment of what your needs are. We'll have a person who can really properly project manage the team and the development team to help make sure you're getting the support you need and the right people are on the job for you. I qualified that's 550 development hours if you're a U.S.-based company. If you're a European, an EU company, it's a little bit more expensive, maybe about 450 development hours, and that's because of VAT. Nothing we can do about that. Just the European Union, it's the tax on the services, but it's not applied to companies from the U.S. What can be built, the complexity of the project and what you need is going to drive your end product. You could be looking at a fully functioning, iOS or Android app, some sort of global website, or if it's incredibly complex what you're trying to build, maybe we just get you to an extensive requirements document. If you do not use that full bank of hours while you're in the boot camp, you will be able to access those remaining hours within reason post-program. What we're just finalizing in discussions now, making sure the team's on the same page would be, we'd expect you to use 75% of those hours while you're in the boot camp, but then have up to a year to finish out the balance of those. So, we're not looking for you to only use 100 hours and then kind of until the end of time be able to call up every now and then for some support. But I think, within reason, we certainly want to make sure you get the full advantage of that time. So why Digital Catalyst Fund? These are the types of people we have building. They're working full-time. We wouldn't be outsourcing this. These are full-time staff people who are on board for the Digital Catalyst Group. On an earlier slide, you saw that Michael Cook is the CEO of Digital Catalyst Worldwide, which falls under the Digital Catalyst umbrella. And he's built a full-time team of about 45 full-time developers, all developers and senior, no junior folks on the team. And they are there. They are doing global projects for large Fortune 50 brands, but they're also available to work with the startups that we are investing in. So it's a really exciting proposition for these engineers because they get access to different types of projects, but it also means we can really deliver pull for your project from a stable of amazing talent. We're not looking to just outsource something or anything like that. That's not the case. These aren't interns that are, on summer holiday. These are the types of development languages that the team, or these are the development languages that the team is expert in, and these are our technical capabilities. And we're talking front and back end here. Some amazing UI UX people on the team and designers who just have a wonderful eye for really clean, crisp design. I know there is some concern sometimes when things are outsourced to Eastern Europe, and I've heard this from a few people. Great, they're fantastic on the back end development, no argument there from folks. But when you start looking at front end, do they have the capability to see the design and really have an eye for that visually appealing type of interface? And I have to tell you, yes, they do. This team is fantastic and have done some amazing work for folks. So why Eastern Europe? Why spend your summer in Romania? First of all, it's Eastern Europe's technical frontier. There's just top-tier technical institutions there. You may or may not know, but Microsoft has a tech center there that's the largest of its kind in Europe, as do Intel and Oracle have huge presences as well. Actually, fun fact, believe it or not, Romanian is the second most spoken language at Microsoft. So that, I think, speaks highly of the capabilities and at least how a company as respected as Microsoft sees the talent. They're citizens, very well educated, fluent English. I interact with the development team regularly, and the English is impeccable. They also are very keyed into Western culture and what's happening, and that they're also resourceful, lateral thinkers. So that really helps. They're really excited to work on projects and startups that are coming, that are being built for larger markets, because they see the immediate impact of what they're doing. And Bucharest, I'll tell you, it's a fantastic city. There's a beautiful lake with a jogging and running path around it, and restaurants that overlook the water. A beautiful place to eat at sunset. The old city area has cobblestone streets and not a car allowed, and just pubs and cafes and open air seating. And great opportunities for culture and things like that as well. And it's a great jumping off point if you wanted to do some exploring. You could go to easy trip to Transylvania to go to Bran Castle to see the origin of the original Dracula, or you could hop a quick flight to Turkey, to Istanbul, or go take a train down to the Black Sea and go to the resort. So it's just an amazing city, which I don't think people really are as aware of as I'd like them to be. Just a few shots of the beautiful area, and then you've got just a wonderful nightlife, and you can see down in the corner there, the bottom left-hand picture is that downtown area, the old city area. So. Okay, how to apply. That's really just about all I have for you. Applications are now being accepted. I'll do a first pass of the applications. And you can actually, if you go to digitalcatalyst.fund.com, there's a link. You go to the summer boot camp page, and you'll see a link to apply right there. Interviews are being conducted via Skype. I'll interview the people that I kind of make my first pass, and then we'll then usually do a second round interview with some of the other members of the team. Decisions are being made on a rolling basis, but we do plan to have our final company selected by June 1st. So, if this is something that's appealing to you, you need to hop on it. So, thank you. And if you have any questions, there's my email address. And as I mentioned, it's www.digitalcatalyst.fund.com is our website. And from there's a link to the summer boot camp, and you can see a link to apply. It's pretty straightforward process. So I want to thank you all for your time and your attention. Please, I encourage you to reach out and contact me if there's any additional information I can provide. Thanks so much. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye.